treasure hunters, welcome back. We're here today on field number 6. That's the one we're going to be doing today, if it ever stops raining. Obviously, as soon as I park up next to the field, get everything out, get ready, get all my gear on, and it starts chucking it down. So it wasn't supposed to rain at all. I mean, like here, it's like there's a massive grey cloud right above my head, which is very, very annoying. But here to the right-hand side, it's beautiful. It's beautiful blue sky, and it's not coming this way. So I'm going to stay in the car for about another 10 minutes or so, and hopefully we'll be able to get out onto field number 6 and do some detecting. Sorry, I haven't done a video in a while. I've actually recorded or gone out and done 2 hunts, both with the new coil, the Nail Tornado coil. I did some beach hunting. Both times I went out, 2 completely different sites, different places, and I got absolutely bugger all. Honestly, it was the first time I went out. It was a little bit kind of nerving, really. It was a bit annoying. I had so much trouble with a Nail Tornado coil. I know people do, like loads of people, like 180 Felix Stowe, he goes out and uses a Nail Tornado on the 250, you know, wet side, dry sand, whatever, and it works for him. So the second time I went out, I kind of stole his settings that he's got, and it worked a little bit more, but I don't know whether it's just my it's not my settings, sorry, it's my the sand where I am. You know, it all depends on what way you're detecting. Like kind of half the signals I was kind of detecting were just random weird stuff, which was a bit of a pain. But so I chopped back to the other coil, the main coil that it comes with, and I got about 2 bits of lead and some ring pulls, and that was it. So I thought, I'm not going to put that up. I'm not going to film that and put that up. It's stupid for you to watch that kind of stuff, and it's silly for me to put that up on the channel. So yeah, we're out today, field number 6. Like I said, I'm going to wait for the sun to come out, hopefully, and we'll get on the field and start detecting. So yeah, I'll see you hopefully at the first hole. Okay, so first hole, well, first decent hole, and I can see something just in the top of here. It looks like gold, but it's not. It will be a bottle top. Let's have a look. Yes, of course it is. A squished bottle top. Not the best thing to find, but at least we're finding targets with an Nail Tornado coil. So carry on. Next hole. Okay, so we have something very interesting in this little bit of clod. Here we go. I don't know if it's a... You know what? I have no idea what it is. Is that a button? I think it might be. No, it isn't a button. Is it a button? It is a button. Ooh, let's clean this up. Let's clean this up. Wow. It's like a moon crescent back. That's pretty impressive, actually. What's it say on the front? Give it a quick clean. The Hunt Committee? Hound Committee? I don't know if you can see that properly on there. That is pretty impressive. I generally don't know if you can see that. What I'll do is we'll definitely have to... I'll tell you what I will do is we'll just do it at the roundup at the end, because I don't want to spend too much time standing here going, I don't know what this is, because, well, I don't know what this is. But yeah, wow, that is pretty awesome. It's definitely a button. Or some kind of clasp. No, it's not a button. It's not... It doesn't come off. Interesting. Anyway, we'll have a look at it in the roundup, but definitely a positive thing to find on this field. So anyway, next hole. Another hole. Some chain. Look at that. Some age to that chain, definitely. Nothing exciting, but yeah, there's lots of close targets here. I've probably done about what, about 20 meters of walking, and found, let's say, that button so far, a couple of little bits of foil, this bit of chain. So these targets are plenty. This coil is definitely picking up some good stuff, so it looks very, very promising. So can anyone tell me out there, when you're metal detecting, why is the signal right in the middle of a pile of sheep crap? Right, let's have a dig and see what we've got. So we've got another weird one. This bit of metal, obviously. It's got some lines along it here and like tiny little barbs sticking out. It's obviously broken off something. It's like a collar of some kind. Maybe, oh, I think it's probably like a locking thing, like where these holes are. Something like kind of locks into there. Tightening strap of some sort. That's probably what it is, actually. Yeah. Oh well. We'll keep going. Next hole. So we just stopped for a quick drink because it's just started spitting again. A little bit of rain, not a lot. I mean, it's quite clear over there in the distance, so hopefully these clouds will blow over. Yeah, I haven't found much apart from that pin, which I've talked to the farmer. He came past and we had a chat, and apparently they do a lot of hound trials on this area. So that was one of the pins from there. So it probably looks like it's going to be a good 50, 60 plus years old. So that's quite cool. Going to give it a clean up later on, so we'll have a look at that when we get back home. But yeah, I'm just hoping this this weather kind of clears a little bit. It does look like it will do. What do you think of the hats? They're quite cool, aren't they? I'm really, really pleased with them. There's a few other styles which I might get just for myself. They are quite nice. I've only got one of them, so you know, you guys can't have them. But if actually, I might do some for like competitions and things in the future to give away to people. That'd be quite cool. But yeah, that's a long way down the line now. We've only got a few subscribers. Although on Facebook, we've just gone over 6,000 followers on Facebook, which is mental. I wish all those people would, you know, transfer over to YouTube. That'd be quite cool. But we're getting a few. We're getting there slowly. But yeah, so we're gonna just have a drink, chill for a little minute or two, and hopefully this blue sky will greet us again, and we'll have some decent weather. One more hole. I can see just a little red thing down there, which I've just found. I haven't pulled it out yet, but let's have a go. Ooh, it's a tough one. Oh. Okay, this is interesting. So it's something wrapped in tape. Like metal tubes. You know, I'm not actually going to open this here, just in case it's something a bit dodgy. It doesn't look like it though, but all tubes wrapped in some LX tape. Weird. Tell you something, it's just started raining, so we're going to leave this one for when we get back home. I think we'll take it apart and see what each individual bit is. Okay, I don't know if you can see it there. It's just right there. It's such a thin bit. I thought, oh my god, it's a hammered, but it's not a hammered, unfortunately. It's a bit of foil, but with a weird eye on it. It's a bit of a strange one. Looks like a top of a bottle or something. Definitely it's not the all-seeing eye, but it's a kind of weird circly eye. But anyway, next hole. Okay, so we've got a signal inside there somewhere. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Oh, I can see it. Oh, that's an interesting one. See that? It's blue. Oh. The National Trust. Item code 3361632. Made in China. It's a torch, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it is a torch. Look at that, they've got the bulb in there. National Trust, I found a torch. It's missing the back, obviously. Yeah, it'll probably still work. Little LED in there. Oh well. I hope no one was injured because they lost the tiny little torch. Anyway, let's move on to the next hole. Here's another strange one. So, metal casing, fair enough, but soft rubber inside. No idea what that is. It's hard on the outside, soft on the inside, like an armadillo. Or a dime bar. Anyway, yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. It's kind of, like, you know, it's got those kind of ridges cut into it as well. Weird stuff that I'm finding today. Yeah, it's just, it is like it's, you know what, I don't even know if that's rubber. It's like a cork of some type. You know, I would, if it wasn't coming up as metal, I would have thought it would be some kind of bone that's been sheared off. But no, that's a bit weird. That's another one for the weird cabinet today. Oh well, next hole. Another little bit, nothing massively special. Bit of lead. Doesn't seem to be any markings or anything on it. Not on that side anyway. Some lines and stuff there. I'm guessing that's where it's been cut into. Ooh. All kind of notched all the way through the years. Nothing exciting. Just a bit of lead. Oh well, next hole. Well, we haven't found one of these for a while. Ooh. Horseshoe. Well, half a horseshoe. Well, it looks a bit phallic to me, that one. Yes, big bit of horseshoe. Awesome. I love finding these things. They must be, you know, a good 100 years old. Could be a gun. No, it's not a gun. It's a metal penis. No, it's definitely a horseshoe. Definitely a bit of a horseshoe. Anyway, carry on. I'll stop rambling on and we'll get to the next hole. Okay, okie dokie. So, I think this one might be having me on a little bit. It's just there. It's perfectly round. It looks like a button, or it looks like a coin, but I don't think it's either. Oh, you know what? I don't know what that is. It's got like a sprung coiled edge. It's a bit strange, isn't it? Let's see if I can get some of this muck out of here without damaging it too much. You know what? I know what that is. Looks like a screw top bottle. Fairly old one at that. Trying to see what those markings are there. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hey, my face. It has like that actually comes off. That's just like a little twisted bit of metal. No, it's definitely fairly recent because there's like a little bit of wire, twisted wire in there as well. Right around the outside. Interesting. I love stuff like this. Oh, it's broken. Oh dear, I broke it. Whatever it was perfect, but now it's a bit broken. Silly me.
Silly me. But yeah, we'll have a look a bit online and see if we can find anything out about what it might be. Or if you guys know, that would be awesome. If you could help me a little bit, if you knew what that is. Of what it was, anyway. Oh well, we'll carry on. Next hole.
Okay, so we made it back home. It was a bit of a dodgy day. It really, really was. The weather was on and off like absolutely mad. So running backwards and forwards to the car. Luckily, I did bring the car. Normally, I just kind of walk up there. So I'm quite glad I did actually bring the car just to get out of the rain. So what did we find today? Not a huge amount. We only were up there for a couple of hours. We only got probably maybe an hour and a half of detecting in because of the rain. But yeah, we got a few reasonable things and some dodgy things. One obviously was all these little bits of metal. So we got half the horseshoe, the kind of connector. What else do we get? Lead. We've got some lead. We've got bottle tops, bits and pieces like that. So you know, your normal general stuff. A couple of links of a chain. I was quite interested. I always like kind of finding stuff like that. It means it's been in the ground a long time. And the National Trust light, little torch that we found. That was quite cool as well. Okay, on to the reasonably decent stuff. So we got this like tin top with the circle with the eye on. I've done some looking on the internet. I can't find anything about it. So it must. I've had a chat with the farmer as well, and he said he's never seen any kind of farm-related paraphernalia with that kind of symbol on. So it's from somewhere else, but not quite sure where it is. Those tubes that were wrapped in LX tape it's weird. It's really, really weird because they're just metal tubes. They're just hollow metal tubes. Again, chat to the farmer about them, and he's no idea what they'd be. They're definitely not from something that he would use on the farm, should I say. It's just weird that the fact that they're all wrapped up, they've obviously got a specific purpose. You know, you don't want to lose them all. They're fairly heavy, like they're all like copper. They feel like copper anyway. So yeah, it's a bit strange. Yeah, another thing we found was the kind of top, the bottle top. It looks like silver. It does look like silver. I'm not sure if it is or not. There's no way for me to actually test whether it is or not. But yeah, it's weird. I showed it to the farmer again. I showed pretty much most of the stuff to him just to kind of give him an idea of what I'm pulling out of his fields. And he kind of said, oh, it looks like a stop for a bottle. But it's weird because, like, if it was a bottle with liquid in, with those kind of curly bits around, they'd just come out. You know, there'd be nothing there. Unless there was some kind of rubber in there as well that's kind of rotted away. But I very, very much doubt it. So yeah, another weird bit that we've found. We found a lot of weird artifacts today. But yeah, it's a good find nonetheless. So yeah, the best thing definitely was the Hound Trail Committee badge. That's obviously there's been a lot of hounds trails and stuff up there. The farmer was saying they used to do hunts and meets up there all the time. So it's not a surprise that we found that up there. The enamel is, I tried to clean it off really, really gently. As soon as I put it under any kind of water, a couple of flecks of the enamel have come off. So I'm not going to clean it up any more than it already has been, just because if I do, it's just going to damage it even more. And the colours on it really kind of make it stand out. So I want to keep it as fresh and as it was as I can. So yeah, that's kind of it for today. Like I say, it was only a small hunt. Which I really wish I could have spent more time on that field, but you know, chatting with a farmer as well. Like there's two main paths that go next to that field, which I always thought they'd been there. I thought they'd been there for a long time. Well, they kind of have. They've been there for about 80, 90 years, so that's a decent amount of time, obviously. But 100+ years ago, the main path all the way up through the valley and all the way into Kentmere and towards Kendal Way used to go through the two fields that are next to where I'm detecting now, field 6. So the next two fields over should have the main kind of thoroughfare for everyone, which is interesting. That's definitely the next couple of fields I'm going to be hitting, because that's with that path and that kind of access through there, that should be cool. It used to be like the access towards the firing ranges as well. So hopefully we should get some military stuff from there. But, you know, you never know. But it's worth a go anyway. I'm going to try and change the video slightly. Like, instead of having these roundups at the end of every single episode, rather than you having to wait till the end to see everything, I know it kind of makes you stay to the end or fast forward to the end. You know, don't do that. Please don't do that. Anyway, yeah, rather than having it at the end, like as I find stuff, like as I'm getting towards the end of talking about an item as I found it in the ground, I'll do like a kind of like a recap kind of thing up here, or over there, or wherever. It'll be on the screen anyway, of kind of how it looks when it's been cleaned up and any kind of text information that I get about the item. So as I find stuff, you should be getting a kind of updated and kind of a later view of what it looks like when it's been cleaned up and any information I've found on the item. So we don't have to go over everything that I've gone at the end. So yeah, it should kind of streamline my my productions as well, and make things a little bit easier to get online. But yeah, that's today, Field 6. We've only done, what, about a quarter of it, I'd say. It's fairly uneven ground. There's quite a lot of hilly bits in it, so it's going to be interesting to do all those. But yeah, another successful hunt, I think, especially with that committee badge. I'm really pleased with that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button. It's always nice to get new subscribers, and I welcome you all. And thank you for everybody that is on Facebook. Over 6,000 followers on Facebook. I'm super pleased about that. Hopefully we'll be able to migrate some of those over to YouTube. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.